So we have a new Prime Minister. Surprise, surprise, it's Liz Truss. I think we knew that a month ago, although 57% wasn't quite as overwhelming as many would have thought. Her acceptance speech was very interesting. She said, I was elected as a Conservative and I will govern as a Conservative. Crikey, I thought. They haven't done that for the last 12 years. They just pretend they're Conservative at election time and then govern very differently. Cameron, very much a globalist, desperate for us not to leave the EU. Theresa May left us with a net zero commitment that we can't afford. Oh, and a Modern Slavery Act, which means all the Albanians can come to Britain even if they commit crimes. Now, after Boris Johnson became full Metro Liberal, virtually should have been a Green, really not a Conservative. Now we've got Liz Truss, and it could be very, very different. Well, I want to say this. They have so let people down since 2019. Nothing is working in this country. Whether it's the NHS, it doesn't matter where you look, nothing actually works anymore. The size of a state, the power of the state increases, surveillance increases. It doesn't feel like a libertarian Conservative government. I've got three big ideas for Liz Truss. The first is the Channel. She's going to confront that very, very quickly. 2,000 came this weekend, and we know a majority of them from Albania, an EU applicant country, a NATO member. She's got to deal with that. And if she thinks the British Bill of Rights is going to work, she's wrong. We've got to leave ECHR, no other option. Secondly, energy, of course, the looming crisis. I've no doubt that she will find 60, 70, 80, 100 billion to reduce bills for individuals and businesses. Frankly, she's got no choice. But if you keep bills affordable and we get a cold winter, people will use more and more energy, and that will put yet more pressure on supply. What I want to hear from Liz Truss is we are going to become energy independent within the next 2 to 3 years. By the next election, we must be energy independent, and it can be done. Let's see if she's got the courage to push that through. And thirdly, our economic woes are clear to all. Sterling in a crisis, as I've been saying now for some time. We need growth. It was 650 billion was the deficit when David Cameron took over. We're heading up towards 2.5 trillion now. To get our way out of this mess, we need growth. I don't believe that growth comes from big companies and big factories. I believe that growth comes through simultaneous transactions taking place amongst hundreds of thousands, if not indeed millions of people. 5.5 million men and women out there running their own businesses, acting as sole traders, and they're everything. They're everything from taxi drivers to plumbers to physiotherapists. They're out there, and Rishi Sunak dared to even threaten them during the pandemic. If any group of people deserve to have the weight of red tape and bureaucracy lifted off their backs, it's that group of people. And Brexit allows us to do that. So, Liz Truss, stop them coming over the Channel, make us energy independent, put some life back into the British economy from the grassroots up. If you do those three things, you may just avoid a 1997 style wipeout. I will, in the national interest, not be attacking Liz Truss from day one. I want to see what she does. There are three big ideas that might just save the Conservative Party.